can see Terry has lost a lot of weight. We now await the arrival of the Cronin Crows, coached by Ken Thornett and captain, of course, by the current coach, Michael Cronin. The team includes Stan Jerd at full-back, Jersey Komorowski and Eric Groth on the wings. The centres, Cronin and Moran. And there's Eric Groth with his own personal stretcher. Peard, Colt, Lynch, Mares, Thornett, Fitzgerald, McMartin and O'Reilly. The reserves for that team are Mal McMartin and John Baker. Reserves for the Christ Piranhas, Ken Ford and Chris Coy. Referee for the match is the referees number 1 honcho, Dennis Braybrook. He makes his entry, and we're almost set for the kickoff to the third playing of the James Hardy Golden Oldies. Stephen Edge shakes the ball to make sure there's nothing inside it. I'll be joined during the commentary by Rox Messop, and we'll be crossing to John Croucher for the TAB pool to see what it's going to pay on footy tap. It'll be a most enjoyable match, that's for sure. Cronin places the ball for the start. It's set down for 15 minutes both ways, but that is very much open to conjecture whether it gets the distance or not. Fitzgerald just checking the player's comfort meter. Cronin's got it placed. An unusually long delay. Probably waiting for television to join us live. Braybrook looks up at the timekeepers. There are no timekeepers, so I don't know what he's looking at. And Cronin gets us underway. The ball comes down for Reynolds to give it away to Patterson, who goes at a blistering speed towards the 22. Edge is the dummy half. He finds a gap, gives it to Leadbeater. Oh, brilliant run by Leadbeater. Just how far he can go is the question. He's bundled over by Jerd. Very good cover work at fullback by Jerd. Fernley gave a short ball to Rayner. Rayner flicks inside for Glover. Glover on to Leadbeater. Price is in possession. Turns it inside for Shovels-Olling. Shovels has got a problem with that hair. It's continuing to recede, I notice. As it goes to Leadbeater, he makes a flash take, and then Rayner delivers a short ball to Fernley and then on to Glover in the centre of the park. Then that's away through Reynolds. Patterson cuts out a player, and Jersey Komorowski takes an intercept. Marvellous piece of play there by Patterson. And now Price. Price is ruled offside. Price ruled offside. Jerd went in late on Price. And Price back-chats Braybrook. Rather uncustomary of Raymond Price. He's still arguing. He keeps walking him. They'll be up on the Great Western Highway if he keeps walking. He's walked him again. Well, you'd think Price would learn his lesson by now. Let's take a comment from Rox Messop. Well, Ray, Price has got a big mouth and he always has. I don't know when this boy's going to learn. So there's a comment from Rex Mossop of no value whatsoever, but very typical of most of his comments. Now, they've all adopted the Ray Price stand. 13 Ray Prices. 13 Ray Prices. Beautiful choreography. And it's a goal. Cronin has found the first points of the game. A typical heart-stopping kick by Cronin, hitting the uprights and bouncing through. So back to halfway. Reynolds will take the kick. No, Reynolds is going to hold it in. No, he's going to take the kick. So Terry Reynolds, minus his golden locks, kicks off to get us going again. And it's Colt with a beautiful pass to Fitzgerald, who was standing flat-footed. It's with Peard. Cuts one out, gives it to Cronin. Cronin called Komorowski inside, but Komorowski can't hear him. He's deaf. Through Fitzgerald. Oh, forward pass a mile. What are you doing, Braybrook? He was a mile offside. Groth. Look at the guru. Oh, beautiful goofy step by Groth. A tremendous goofy step. There's a blue. There's a punch-up. Kenny Ford gave Eric a facial massage. Glover said to Ford at the reunion luncheon yesterday, he said, I'm going to run around you tomorrow. Ford said, that'll be a good trick. He said, we're playing on the same team. Patterson in possession. This is Reynolds. Now it's Olling. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Petherbridge. Now it's with Vincent. Vincent. Beautiful run down that right flank. Wearing his Grecian 2000 today. It's come away, a long ball. My God, it is a long ball. It's come away now to Leadbeater with that suntan of his sparkling, and there's another punch up in centre field. Leadbeater is exchanging blows, I do believe, with Terry Reynolds. The referee is about to be attracted to the altercation by one of his touch judges. Price, in the meantime, manhandles Johnny Colt. Now, Braybrook is calling Leadbeater out. This will be an intelligent conversation. Neither of them know the alphabet. So he's going to put a scrum down, Braybrook. A great decision, Dennis. Tremendous decision by you, particularly from you. Scrum packing. Bear O'Reilly getting into that scrum there as the near side prop. Fed by Reynolds. Well, I don't know how Billy Rayner came out with it. Rayner's away. Braybrook said play on. Look at Rayner go. Rayner's through. It's a try. It's a try for Billy Rayner. Tremendous performance by the little warrior. And the Price Piranhas lead by 4 points to 2. Braybrook waving them back to halfway. No more attempts at goal, he said. I don't know where he found that rule, but it doesn't probably matter. It'll save time. So the Piranhas lead 4 to 2. Nice boots you're wearing, Ray. Ray Price, who started a carrying business just the other day, uses a horse and cart. Too tight to buy petrol. That mightn't go 10 metres. Well, Mears hasn't let it go 10 metres, you fool. No wonder they took him down to eastern suburbs, but now Braybrook's going to have another kick. No, it's a penalty up the middle of the halfway, and edge it is that makes good yardage. Price now. Turns it inside. He heard the familiar sound of Michael Patterson. Patterson plays it for Edge. Oh, good ball, Stephen. Wonderful play. Fernley, who coached the side to their first 2 grand final losses. Edge now. Edge, bad ball by Edge. Yes, well, what do you think, Rox? The bloke could never see anyway. So it's gone to Pearce. The Bombers in possession. Cuts around a little path there. Beautiful play. The ball was knocked down by the opposition, said Braybrook. It wasn't, you know. But it's a knock-on and another scrum is to be set. We'll go to John Croucher for the footy tab. John, what's the pool?
Oh, well, Rex, there's no money in the pool at all today. So I guess that means there'll be no dividend applicable.
Thanks, John. Piss off. Go and comb your hair. Well, I don't think that ball went into the scrum, but I don't suppose too many do. Petherbridge can't get down to pick it up. Mosley picks up the dregs. Glover knocks on. And this has turned into an absolute mess. So now Braybrook's got control back. He's asked the blue team to play it. The Cronin Crows. Mears goes ahead. That's McMartin, one of them. I don't know which one. And now it's with Jerd with that blue headgear on. And looking so mean. It's with Mears. And the bomb thrower has picked up Edge and carried him. Played back to Fitzgerald. Good ball. Here goes the bomb. The bomb's in the air. They're all offside. The 2 fellows up there. Taken nicely by Price. And Price, I think, he's ruled that he's taken it in goal. I think he was in the field of play, but then again, he's in charge, Braybrook. Back for the tap at the 22. Leadbeater running very strongly, in fact, covering more ground than he ever did in a couple of seasons with Parramatta. Glover, the man that could have won a grand final for us had he not dropped the ball. Shovels Olling goes to ground. It's come from Reynolds. Mears is offside a mile. Braybrook, get control, son, get control. He's given him 5. Mears is off. Mears is off to another sin bin. So there goes Big Paulie. He's in the bin again. And Patterson takes a wonderful line kick. It's gained about 3 metres disadvantage. Price is going to put a play on. He's called Reynolds and Olling in to help him. It'll be a double run round, I would imagine. Price, no, just a short ball for Leadbeater, then to Reynolds, now to Olling, and Olling, oh, long ball. Well, the intention was fabulous, the execution was bloody awful. And now it's Featherbridge who will play it on the 22. Edge, and away now from Mosley, living in the back line, looking for work and trying to prove to Fitzgerald that he should never have been sacked. It's gone from Patterson. This is Dr. Bill Roney, and then to Featherbridge, back to Roney. He was offside, but Braybrook, in keeping with his performance this afternoon, allowed play to go on. Oh, chip by Leadbeater, regathered by Leadbeater, and another try. The Price Piranhas leading by 2 tries to 0 and by 8 points to 2, and that was a really magical piece of play by Terry Leadbeater. The crowd can't believe it, neither can Leadbeater, as they come back towards halfway ever so slowly now. You'll notice that the match has degenerated on the speed meter. It's almost back to standing still now. And John Colt comes up now to restart. The Price Piranhas still trying to get back to a reasonable position on the field. Colt gets, oh, Rayner takes it beautifully. That was a Bobby Simpson catch by Billy Rayner, playing like a man much younger than he really is. Olling, Leadbeater, and he gets a one-hander around the corner for Featherbridge. Featherbridge floats it over for Price, and Price really playing very strongly at the moment. Reynolds has Edge outside him. What's Edge doing out there? Patterson, long ball. Here comes Komorowski, but he's done what he normally does. He's put it down. Braybrook lets it go on, though. No knock on there. Colt now looks for the captain. Here he is, the courageous one, Cronin. But referee Braybrook is, well, I don't know what he's doing. Why did he stop play there? O'Reilly getting really involved. That's the first time O'Reilly's touched the ball. But play has gone over to the Price Piranhas, and Braybrook calls the fault. He says, give it to the blue side. So the Cronin Crows play the ball. Leadbeater got involved in the play the ball. It's gone away to Cronin, and now it's out very wide on the paddock there to number 16. I think that's John Baker. Yes, it is. It's Johnny Baker out there in number 16. Bear O'Reilly with a very long pass out to McMartin. It was a hospital ball. It's gone to Mayers. Short ball out. Here's Moby Dick Thornett with a great turn of speed. Then Gross tries to centre kick. He was felled late by Price. Play again allowed to go. The touch judge has told Braybrook about the incident, but he said play on. Patterson now. Oh, great pass by Olling. It went 3 metres forward to Vincent, and then he fell over. And now it's Price. Reynolds, Dr. Bill. Inside to Glover. Glover had himself tested on the breath meter this morning by the Blacktown Police. He went .175 and hadn't had a drink for 12 hours. Mosley, Reynolds up to the 32. Leadbeater playing well. And has brought to a halt 22 out. Reynolds for Rayner. Rayner, what are you doing at first receiver, you fool? Kenny Ford, beautiful piece of touch there by Ford. Play back to Rayner. Get onside, Mayers, for God's sake. Roney through Fernley, doing well without his glasses, and then Reynolds. Well, what was Patterson doing there? He was in a huge gap, Patterson, and he passed right onto the midriff of Bob O'Reilly. I will admit it's a bit hard to get a ball around the midriff of Bob O'Reilly, but Patterson should never have passed that ball, Rocks. So it's come away now to Fitzgerald. Jerd. And now Mayers. Oh, good ball by Mayers to McMartin, one of them. And then inside, I think, to his bra. Yes, it was indeed. And it's gone on the ground again. Fitzgerald, well, here comes Leadbeater from an offside position. It should have been a penalty. Now, the Cronin Crows lose possession. Featherbridge passes sloppily. Cronin knocks on. He'd probably sack his own centres for doing something so stupid. So we're getting near half-time, thank God. Mosley. Tackled by O'Reilly. Given a little bit of a knuckle sandwich there, but that was permissible back in the Bears' days. And now it's Price. And again for Leadbeater. I don't think he'll be there much longer, Leadbeater. He couldn't have very much petrol left. In fact, he's got his arm in the air now. I think he's calling for a relief. Maybe they're going to drug test Terry, I'm not sure. Ball loose on the ground. O'Reilly with a cross kick. Peard picked it up. Baker's got the ball. He's gone to ground. Wasn't held. Got it to Komorowski. Then to Peard. Now to Mayers. And away for Colk, and this is a nice passage of play. McMartin puts his brother into an opening. Mel McMartin down the ground. Brother John's inside him. Loses his footing. Not held. Plays it quickly. It's with Bomber Peard. Looks for support. There is none. Yes, there is. Here's Colk. Colk weaves his way through. Taken on the second bounce by McMartin, but it's a knock-off. So the hopes of the Cronin Crows go out the window again. Glover on a run around with Price. Fernley. Roney, yes, to Patterson, and then a hospital pass from Patterson to Ollie. Patterson again working that blind side, and Mosley turns it inside to John Vincent, who plays it back for Fernley at dummy half. Patterson throws the big dummy. Cool shovels inside him. Shovels taken without the ball. But it's play on, says Dennis Braybrook. Fifth tackle. This is the last. And Mayers manhandling the dummy half. 6 more tackles should be on as the ball is kicked by Mosley. Olling, well, under the heading of the downtown rule, he should be ruled straight offside, but they'll let it go as they normally do. Jerd, and now it's the Bomber. Here he goes, the Bomber Peard, and it's got a beautiful pass over to Guru Growth, inside for Colk, in further for Peard, and Peard is 40 metres out. He plays the ball. Edge was offside a mile. 6 more tackles. Fitzgerald's pass forward to Mayers. He runs around, takes the reverse pass. And the Ayatollah has done very well. That's the first thing he's done in the match. O'Reilly, Cronin, chance for Komorowski. Turned inside, put down by Cronin. That's his 3rd mistake of the match, and there's the siren. Referee Braybrook acknowledges the siren, says 6 more tackles, and the ball goes back to Fitzgerald. He drops it. O'Reilly can't handle it. Braybrook says play on. Amazingly, he says play on. And Cronin goes in to score. Well, that will be a controversial try. That we'll see again on the replay shortly. Very controversial try, bringing the scoreline to 8 points to 6 in favour of the Price Piranhas. 2 tries to 1. And as these players file from the ground, I'm not sure that they'll be coming back, actually. Well, Komorowski is running to the sheds. That's the fastest he's run so far today. And the furthest. Fitzgerald is calling, well, it's actually Ray Price's team, or it's Michael Cronin's team, but Fitzy seems to have taken over, which doesn't surprise. Ron Lynch just asking somebody there if they have a schooner. But unfortunately, it'll just be Gatorade at half-time. Dick Thornett at the back of the pack there, you can see he's haunched over or hunched over Dick. It could be his back. He's not looking 100% Moby. We might have to get him off. Now, Cronin's being replaced, and that's not a surprise to any of us. He's touched the ball 3 times and put it down twice. So Cronin's off. There's no doubt about that. And we'll just see who's going on in his place. Great Britain leading New Zealand 16-14, Dave.
Full-time.
Full-time. The Pommies beat the Kiwis 16-14. For those of you interested, the Pommies defeated the Kiwis 16-14. The French beat the Pommies back in, what month was it? So, gee, the Kiwis have gone backwards, haven't they? So here's the second half about to start. Edge is going to start it. He'll be lucky to see the ball, Stephen. There he goes, limbers that neck. and gets the kick in, but it mightn't go the required distance. It does, but only just. And so we're underway with the second half. Price's for runners leading 8-6, and here's Fitzgerald taking it up, shaped for an infield pass. Away to Colt now, back for Jerd, and Jerd has made an incisive run. An incisive run, and he wasn't dispossessed of the ball. No, he was not. This is Colt. Oh, Colt got under a very high tackle from Olling, and Colt is off and down the ground, looking around for support. Here's the guru, passes and finds McMartin. That's Mel McMartin going across the ground in the direction of the Mike Cronin stand. Plays it now, or actually Colt is the man that's got the ball. He plays it. It's come to Peard. Cuts out Fitzgerald, then to Mayers with Jerd, and Jerd takes the tackle and plays it just outside the 22. Mayers again now. Back from the sin bin. Lead beater, just letting Mayers know that he's around still, even though he hasn't been seen for quite some time. Ball played by Patterson, and now to Rayner. Just does a little tipsy toe on the same blade of turf. Nice piece of play by Bill. He took 6 steps and went nowhere. Forward plays it. Vincent passes. Lead beater's there. It's for Fernley and now for Reynolds. Reynolds draws them, gets it to Mosley. Nice piece of play this. Roney was going fine until his support ran in front of him. It was turned back inside by Chris Coy, then to Fernley, then to Mosley. Knocked down by Jerd. 6 more. And it's Reynolds who gets it to Mosley. Mosley to Kenny Ford, and Kenny Ford drops it. Thank God there's no drug testing after this match, because I can tell you that 17 of each team would fail. They had their players' reunion yesterday and it went right through the night. Oh, lead beater into another gap, and he goes in to score, but he's been recalled. Recalled. Apparently a forward pass was spotted by Braybrook, which is an improvement for Dennis. It's the only one he spotted. Seems to be a dispute as to whose ball it should be. Well, why did he recall it if he's giving it to the yellow team? That's the question on most people's lips as Price goes ahead. 10 metres out and plays it back to Fernley. Rayner. Oh, O'Reilly. A crunching tackle on Rayner. And Braybrook is going to call O'Reilly out. Rayner's not well. Now Braybrook's calling Rayner out. Well, he's headbutted O'Reilly apparently. So Rayner has been either sent off or put in the bin for headbutting O'Reilly. Jerd's outside the 22. Big reception for Rayner. Scorer of one of the tries. And another scrum will be needed. Bob the Bear O'Reilly slowly getting over there. Parramatta's most recent successful coach, with his reserve grade side just winning a few minutes ago. And Braybrook has come away with the ball. Here to Jerd. Jerd runs into Dr. Bill Roney. Now it's Colt. To ground and 6 more. Moby Dick Thornett. Now it's Mayers. Inside for McMartin, twinkly towing down the ground. Beautiful play. Look at this. Look at McMartin. One of the great hookers of all time. And he plays it on the 22. Fitzgerald calls Colt around him. As he most often does, he calls a lot of people around him and delegates work Fitzgerald very well. Baker. Well, the ball was there for O'Reilly to pick up, but the Bear thought it was too far away from him. Not over keen on work, O'Reilly, and he's giving a perfect example of that today. Ball kicked through by Mayers. The last time he kicked on this particular stadium, Michael O'Connor ran 95 metres to score a St George try at the opening of this very stadium, and Parramatta won 36-6. The only mistake was made by Mayers when he should have cut his right leg off. Roney is the dummy half. Patterson looking for support. Fine shuffles Ollie. And away now from Fernley, a cutout ball. Petherbridge strides down the ground. Lead beater's out at outside centre, showing a great turn of speed. Oh yes, tremendous run by lead beater. Now it's with Ken Ford. Back on the outside for Price. Back for Olling. And Glover has dropped it again. Memories of the 76 grand final when we should have won. And Glover's put it down once more. Jerd comes away. Mayers at ruck half. Comes to edge and Mayers will play the ball. Dummy half is Ron Lynch. He's been fairly quiet, Ron. Fitzgerald. Braybrook again getting involved. Typical old Newtown player. The ball went to ground. And here's Jerd now, weaving a passage through. Price was there to take it. Jerd down again for the third time. Mears. Cock. Where is it? There it is. There goes the little fellow. He's out the other side. Smart piece of play. Guru Growth does something other than get sunburned. Thornett. Long ball to McMartin. Out towards his brother. O'Reilly's there doing his impersonation of Maradona. Vincent does likewise. They take it down the ground. Argentina and West Germany. Marvellous game this. At the Olympic Stadium, Reynolds gets it away to Price. Braybrook is now calling them back for an incident that happened way, way back down the ground. You'll probably find that Braybrook is out of petrol and he's decided to blow the whistle to bring the play back to him. Fitzgerald asks the question, why are we back here? And so they come in now like a Comanche scouting party, and Mayers has gone to halfback. Well, he's had plenty of practice of throwing things in. He doesn't throw it in. It goes straight to Colt. Away now to Growth. And Growth is going to do the goofy step over there on Glover. Play the ball, Guru. It's safe. He's played it. Coke. Mayers. Coke again. Had a very busy game, but then again he's had to be busy. Nobody else has done anything, really. Mayers again. He's playing very well, Mayers, actually. And that man tackled in possession is McMartin. And there's Braybrook calling for... Hang on a second. What's going on here? I would say Stephen Edge has lost his contact lenses. Jerd saw the contact lens and he actually trod on it. Edge has found it, thank God. So the game can go on now. Mayers again. Away for Jerd. And a lovely show of the ball by Jerd. He fooled a couple of players, although they weren't hard to fool. Petherbridge was one and Dr. Bill Roney the other. But then again, getting fooled by Stan Jerd is a real trick. Here's Guru going in to score. Oh, yes. Magical pass by the Ayatollah Fitzgerald. And a little embracement there by Colk on Growth, putting a question mark on both of them. Little Johnny Colk, he was there very quickly to kiss Eric on the forehead. And then he wrapped his legs around him and they embraced very strongly. So the ball is coming back to halfway. We would have time for a commercial normally, but you never can tell. They may get back there faster than we expect. And we mustn't miss any of the action here on this marvellous 10 Sports Action coverage. We'll have John Croucher back after he goes to the hairdressers with an update on footy tap. Graham Hughes is getting his makeup on ready for his on. Oh, Fitzgerald has been bombarded, absolutely bombarded by all players, particularly those that were sacked this year. Particularly those players. So Fitzgerald gets to his feet, and the penalty has gone to the other team. Quite incredible how that penalty went the way it did. Fernley turns it inside for Leadbeater. Don't let him score 2 tries or we'll never shut him up. Mosley for Rayner. Rayner's a couple of metres from the line. God damn it. Billy was nearly in for his second. He could smell the line, but he couldn't put the ball down. Shovels Olling away for Fernley to Vincent, and Vincent is held with the line only a couple of blades of grass away. Away now for Rayner. He switches the point of the attack back to Ken forward, and referee Braybrook said forward pass. Well, that's incredible. Now Braybrook's putting a scrum down. Correct ruling. And about time. Terry Reynolds now coming back to the scrum base. So they've gotten rid of Mears. Colt works the scrum. It's one against the feet, and Price, with a set play, goes up the sideline, puts it down, and that's a try. And we must be very close to full time now. We must be very close to time. Braybrook agrees. In fact, there is the siren. Put your hands together for the James Hardy Golden Oldies players. And a big hand for referee Dennis Braybrook, who we took the mickey out of a few times. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, touch judges.